Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com and your Weather Authority app. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces, and this is your Thursday morning forecast update. Already have some thunderstorms ongoing this morning. North of I-30, we've seen one severe thunderstorm warning here for the potential for some wind with a few of these storms, but they have been kind of losing their intensity over the last 30 minutes or so. But for the early morning commute, folks here north of I-30, we've got a few of these dying thunderstorms, which will likely continue. And you'll notice over the last hour or so, there's really not much movement to these. These will put down maybe an inch of rain for some of these spots. So just look out for some roadways taking on some high water anywhere from McCurtain County over into Little River, Sevier, and Howard counties as well. There is another push of storms coming in behind these this afternoon. So it is shaping up to be a pretty rainy day, stormy day in the Arklatex, which will keep us in the 80s as well as the low 90s. We'll get a chance to warm up this morning before that next round of storms gets here, but I expect a little temperature relief with the rain this afternoon. We are starting out in the 70s in most locations, and the rain should hold us in the 80s and low 90s, so it'll be a few degrees cooler today than where we've started out the week. And as we know, with these summer thunderstorms, they can drive some high wind through the region, so the storms that develop again to our northwest later this morning will then roll through the Arklatex mainly during the afternoon and evening today, so we can't rule out maybe some wind with a few of those storms today. And this is not dissimilar. It's kind of related to the pattern we were in a few weeks ago, and we saw those big complexes of storms move through and lay down some wind damage. Fortunately, we're in that level 1, so we're not expecting the widespread severe weather, but we could definitely see a storm or two that could drive some high wind through the region. So again, we have those isolated storms developing this morning. We're watching the development that's to the west and northwest of us. Pretty soon these clusters of storms will congeal into one line of storms, and that's what will likely sweep through this afternoon. So taking a look at your Robin's-sided futurecast, it does show that next round of storms moving in potentially late morning, early afternoon today, and you can see that will trigger quite a bit of activity across the region. So we should have the rain ongoing much of the afternoon and evening here, especially in Texas and Louisiana. And we should see the severe weather threat wind down tonight, but we are expecting another one of these complexes of storms either tomorrow morning or maybe early in the afternoon. So we can't completely shut the door on maybe an isolated severe weather threat on Friday as well. But we do dry out Saturday, and it doesn't take long for the rain to come back. Expecting the same pattern will kind of set up again Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That will keep our highs likely in the low to mid 90s. So again, the heat advisory is probably staying away for the next few days, and overnight lows will continue to drop into the 70s.